Well, last time I had traps out, it was a beaver moon. Here is now December, the super moon, and it wouldn't be fashion if I wasn't setting traps when it was 4 degrees out. Last night it got down to -3, so we got some beaver to remove on this property. So doing a little night trapping. I wish the phone picked up how bright it is out. I don't really need a headlamp yet, but a couple 110s and throw some rat traps in, some mink sets in, and some 330s. So we'll see what happens. I'll get back to you in a little bit. All right, so I tried to find the beavers. The beavers are locked in. Too much water. They got themselves pretty well done up. So we're in this little creek here, below the beavers. I got a bunch of mink tracks going up the bank, going through this stuff, jumping up here, going across, dropping down. Looks like they went in the water here and there, and then they drop down into this hole down here. And then they go up on the side where the axe is, up underneath there, kind of swim through there. So I'm gonna put, and then over there is a really good spot, but there's not really, there's one little spot open water right over in that opening right there. So I think I'm gonna put a 1.5 exposed there. And then maybe like a bottom edge set somewhere up along one of these points or holes here that they might be hunting crick chubs for, maybe up underneath there. So, but I'll show you when I can get them set. So here's my dilemma. I like this little run up underneath the log here that goes up and out and through. But then there's also this point. It's the first drop off right here. It's also the last pinch point right here on this underwater point. So I'm gonna switch it to this underwater point right here. Like I said, it's a nice trail. It's not frozen, it's a good little trail. I'm sure they hug the edge, and it's a good spot for muskrats. This one could catch a mink, but I just feel like you never know. I mean, if I had 2 traps, I'd put one on either side, but I'm gonna go on what I know and target both muskrat and mink, and probably catch a muskrat and the mink will eat it, and then I'll be mad. So, but it is what it is. All right, last set we're gonna make. We got a bottom edge set right here. I'm gonna put a 110 on a plate, or 120 on a plate right here, and then put another one there. But I might find a spot where they're coming up on the other side. And then there's a beaver dam on the other side that we're gonna probably set a little bit just to see. I mean, the beavers above are pretty locked in, but we might get something traveling once the ice breaks up a little bit. So we'll see what happens, but we're gonna put a bottom edge on the right side today. I feel like I should put another one on the left side, but I only brought 2 traps. So again, should have brought more, but I didn't. Lesson learned. What's happening? Back here at the creek, I caught some beavers out of here last year. This year they're all iced in, so there's a food source. It's obviously iced in and snowed in, but right here I'm gonna put a foothold out to deep water. And I muddied up the bank and throw some mud up there, put a fish peeled stick. This is one of the spots where they were going up. There's some peeled sticks in the washout over there. So they're still using it. There's a lot closer food on the other side of the bridge on the neighbors, so they gotta still be coming past here. So we're gonna put a foothold, we're gonna offset it, and we're gonna bundy up and draw them in like that. No caster, no other type of scents, just straight foods. With the weather the way it is, the one set of beavers I was gonna go after, they're all iced in. And so I won't be getting those till springtime. These are all the beavers that are on this creek. And then we're gonna go check our mink sets, because I don't see a spot where I can put a 330 anywhere. So we're just gonna go with one, let it ride for a couple days, see what happens. See if we can't get one out of here until we can go further down the property after they get done with muzzleloader hunting. I know there's beaver down further, so we'll go from there. But all we're doing is foothold, deep water. I'm gonna take some mud like this, just kind of pour it up there, and then smear it down, make it look nice and nasty, like somebody was up there coming up here, and then get them with that. So hopefully it'll be a beaver at the bottom of the creek here. Have a good one. All right, we set these mink traps over here last night. One on a crossover, and then one up underneath the bottom edge over here. So, coming over to this one here. Still set. Looks like, maybe. Yeah, still set. Yep, still set. I see the spring now. There we go. Yep, still set there. Nobody wonders what I do on my Fridays when I start trapping. This is pretty much it. Other one's a foothold. Foothold's still there, up on the log. There's nothing there. All right. Video number 2. Check number 2. I got one set over here. I showed you up against the inside of the culvert going underneath, up above the beaver dam. You don't see, oh, you see that right there? That's a sprung trap and there's something in it. Come on, be a mink. Be awesome. First night set. There it is. Nice. First mink of the year. I only caught 2 rats beaver trapping. I haven't even set any muskrat traps. I catch first night on my mink set. I'll take it. Beautiful mink. Nice little white. All right. Do its job. 120 on a little plate up against the road there. Bottom edge, there's a point. Duck's long, and there's a little trench right there, and yeah, got her first night. That's awesome. I'm gonna reset and get her, maybe get another. Well, as you can see, last night's pocket set, just with nothing in it, didn't wield anything down the creek there, and there's a culvert. We caught a female, so we're gonna put a little mink collector, predator control group, mink, and we're gonna put on a little stick up inside the hole there. So hopefully we catch one. We'll see you the next check. Oh no, I waited too long. I'm gonna say, tell me there's a trout right there. All right, well here, that trap was snowed over, no activity. These are all old floating sticks. They were using it until it got cold. But here, you can see some came up. And it looks like, could have been beaver, but with the blood in the snow, I'm thinking it was an otter eating a trout. So, yeah, it smells fishy. So, just Mr. Otter over here. We're gonna pull it set until the water warms up a little bit. Beaver move a little bit, but they're staying pretty close to home, which is down that way. All right, so we just went up here and checked that trap there. Nothing, it was snow covered and nothing was crossing it over. So I kind of got a trail now. The beaver come up. If they can't go over, they got a trench that goes this down under and then close to that bank. They might go up underneath there and then they go out. There's someone with a new polished stick. They go up and over and keep going up the creek there. And then we got this bottom edge set here. Ooh, look at this. Fresh mink tracks. Bing, 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 bing. Came out on here. Bing, bing, bing. See, if it wasn't snowy covered, that'd be a great spot for mink. Neck down. But, ooh, what's this? There's that bottom edge set tight to the corner that we were set, and look at that. Let's see. Let's silt it over. Shamink. So he went up into there, maybe came back through, but that's that edge right here. maybe you dropped down in there and took that edge, but right there's where the trap was, and there's the mink. So second mink out this whole stretch. Sweet. Looks like a nice buck mink. Yep. Nice buck mink. Sweet. All right. That guy is losing weight. This is where we caught our first mink, female. Almost went down. Bottom edge. Set over here, tight to this rock. I don't see anything like last time. Looks like it's still set. It looks like a fresh peeled stick there up against it. Yep. That's a fresh peel right there. Or maybe fresh peel. But yeah, nothing there. And then this bottom edge. I don't think so. Nothing I can see.